Hello, everyone. Jorge Huertas once again with all of you. Today, I'm going to show you and give you 10 recommendations in which sectors undertake projects. Well, these recommendations are based on my experience working with a lot of different companies in very different times. So this video is inspired in productive sectors, economic sectors. We have the greatest opportunity to create projects worldwide. It is essential to understand that any development in the correct sector could have the potential to become very, very good. It is essential to understand that agile methodologies are fundamental for the creation of the success of these projects. Okay, so when I was thinking how to develop this video, many people, my students, my customers always ask me, Jorge, where should I start developing a project, a service, or whatever? And for my experience, I can tell you the following things. Before I start with this, if you like our channel, if you like what we do, please subscribe. It helps us a lot to keep growing. Give us a like, share our content, turn on the bell, because it really helps us to keep growing. Okay, so the first sector is technology, of course. Developments of apps, user experience, machine learning, and of course, artificial intelligence. The main thing here is not just the tool, is to find a real need. All of these sectors that I'm gonna show you is very important that you validate the need, because sometimes people start creating different kind of stuff and there's not really market for that and there's not a real need. So technology is a very good field that you could work. However, you need to be aware of where want to focus on that. The second sector is ecology. And with ecology, I mean reuse of materials, recycling of materials, reforestation, and of course, urban gardens. All of these are very important because it really helps us to extend the life cycle of all different projects. So that is very important. And if you could find and extend the life cycle of a product or a service, if you can use recycled plastic, if you can develop a new material with all of that, it could be very helpful for what do you want to undertake. So that is very important as well. Social is very important because it really helps us to improve the life of specific communities. Nowadays, we are working on that, and it really helps us to understand that I can develop a product or a service that is very focused on improve the life of someone. And that is also something that could be transversal to any kind of sector. When we want to create something new, we need to understand that the main purpose, of course, we want to make money and everyone want to do that. However, if you are thinking to develop something, try to be aware of improve someone's life with what you are doing. Of course, a circular economy is very important with this. So it really helps us to keep focusing and growing with the development that we are making. The fourth sector could be materials, new developments, new process, innovation, improvement of something that already exists. That could be very, very important because if you develop new materials that really improve the environment, it really helps us to develop a whole new industry with that. Food. Food is very important, but not just the final product, but the process. It has to be sustainable agriculture. It has to be eco-friendly on the process. It has to be good for your health. So nowadays we got a lot of offer on food, but we need to focus in the process. Back in the day, people only care about the final product, but nowadays you really, really have to be focused on all the process and how it's done. Clean energy is something very important as well, because clean energy, it could be solar, wind, electric, anything that you have in mind. It could really help us a lot to understand what's going on. So clean energy, it could be really, really helpful if you find something that could create energy and is good for the environment. Education is extremely important, because if we want to have a better situation, a better location, a more equal society, we have to have high quality education. If we don't have that, everything will be very, very hard. So development of platforms, accessibility, but of course, quality, methodologies as well. Innovation, it has to be in the top of the mind of any kind of consumer. Transport is also another sector that is extremely important, because the cost, the resources consumption, the accessibility that I have to that, it's very important. Of course, it needs a big infrastructure, but it's a possibility. People are developing nowadays electric cars, autonomous cars, so you have to keep that in mind as well. Construction, very important, because construction really help us to understand, and that is a real need that we have to undertake every day. So the design, the materials, the cost, but the environmental impact that we have with that, it's extremely important, because it really helps us to develop something that's going on. Finally, any of these sectors have to have something transversal, which is the improvement of life of people. It means work real needs. We don't need more rubbish. We don't need the same old thing. We have to put innovation in any of these sectors and create something different that have a high value proposition. And of course, people will be attracted to that, not just for the price, but for what's happening around. Any project in these sectors must be developed with user-centered design or customer-centered design. Extremely important, because it has to work real needs of the user, should improve the life of people and not be surface development. And of course, every kind of every component that we have here, it will really help us to create something better and always keep on top of things. Thank you so much. I hope this video was a big help if you are thinking to start something new. Of course, subscribe to our channel, Design Thinking 24/7. Follow us on social media. Our Udemy courses are already available. We got the link in the description of this video. We have one specific of how to develop a new business, so that we could very, very helpful. Remember that every Monday we have a new video in Spanish, and every Thursday a new video in English. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.